Now presenting Mr. Mike Coyne, Governor's Hurricane Conference Board member representing the National Weather Service.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our next award is the Tropical Meteorology Award. It's presented to an individual or organization that has made outstanding or substantial contributions to the advancement and knowledge, application, or understanding of the hurricane forecasting and warning process in the state of Florida. Since 2004, Mr. Mike Boylan has been educating people about trends, model runs, and everything else tropical weather related through his website. He does not forecast, but his dedication and contributions to the citizens of Florida and providing tropical weather information in layman's terms, helping to explain what the forecast trends mean and how to follow all the extensive maps, charts, and graphs located on his website, Mike's weather page, aka spaghettymodels.com. The 2021 Tropical Meteorology Award goes to Mike Boylan of Mike's weather page.
Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand. Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
All right, 30 seconds. Come here, Longo. This little dog, man. He's a little hyper today. Come here, Longo. Over here. I don't know where he went now. Me and Louie kicked him off my lap because he was being a little hyper dog today. All right, well, here we are. Almost made the announcement no live today. Actually had a flight at 6 in the morning today to Bermuda, and they canceled all flights. Not from Canada, eh? Because they're flying north. But coming from Charlotte, you have Humberto messing things up. So that's strike 2 on my trips to Bermuda. Come over here, buddy. Come over here. Over here. Come here. Come here. Let's see how bad you want to come up. Over here. Here he comes. All right. We'll start with Longo because he's very hyper today. I get people texting me about flights. So, anyway, no, he's not hyper. He's good. Look at him. He's good. I think he really wanted to be up here. He gets jealous when I put Louie on my lap. Now he'll probably even yawn. Let's wait for the yawn. Let's wait for the yawn. Everybody wait for the yawn. Let's all wait for the yawn. The Longo yawn is part of our morning tradition. Here, it's coming. It's coming. Ready? Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So anyway, we're home, and we're tracking this. We got friends in Bermuda. Lori Rye, a good supporter of us over there on our MWP chat, our private chat, was all lined up. We had a house. We had a car. We had everything. Just not the flight. But it's pretty good little hurricane coming, though, so they're batting down the hatches over there in Bermuda. We got 65,000 people over there, so we're going to talk about it a little bit here, okay? Oh, there it is. A little late to the day. Did my little walk this morning. It was a great little walk. I forgot to do the walking and talking. Maybe we do that every other day. I don't want to bore everybody. Unless y'all like it. But he's 5 months old now. Somebody just asked. Pretty cool. So let's say hi for a few minutes. I always feel bad when we don't try to say hi. Richard, what's up, James? We got Lisa over on TikTok. Carrie Street says you're cute. And it could be, I guess 2015 might have been the last year we had a hurricane hit the continental U.S. I have to do my homework, but I did read that from a reputable Met friend of mine. Hey, everybody's thinking ABC. I have the graphic ready, but let's do it together. That's True's fans there. Everybody mentioned ABC before I even put the graphic up there. ABC been a supporter of mine before you were born. And Louis, I think. I always appreciate their support. We do a lot of fun stuff together. They love to support MWP and all our shenanigans together. And I guess it kind of goes hand in hand. Florida. Me. I don't want to say Florida man, but there we go. Walk and talk. Maybe we'll do it. I already walked my walk today. But yeah, Bermuda. We're watching Bermuda. Morning. Just say a couple days ago, this thing was going straight towards the Carolinas and Georgia. Got big ears. What's up, Robert? That's cool. What kind of beer you like, Robert? Dolphins finally won a game. I saw that a few times. What do y'all think of the new Dolphins uniforms? I don't know. I'm kind of old school. I was a big Marino fan back in the day, and Duper and Clayton. Montana, all them days. Remember? Boomer? Siason. I don't know, he's pretty calm now. I think this is all he wanted. He likes the camera. Look at this. Oop, he didn't like his foot on the table, though. All right, there we go. Let's try to make it comfy for you. There we go. How about, there we go. There we go. I got a little better grip now. All right, Longo, let's say goodbye. That could be my Halloween costume. All I got to do is get some big ears, and I could look like you. Oh, anyway. Well, hey, Natasha, that's pretty cool. I'll always be doing weather for you. Don't worry. I might not be able to cover all areas. I'm a one-man band. Zachary, what's up, buddy? What's up, Donut? Strawberry, what's up with that? All right, so we got weather. Just need weather. Well, might have to come back and watch it, Miami. Is it going to make landfall? Not in the U.S., but it will make landfall tomorrow in Bermuda. And we have a lot of supporters over there, so we're going to get into all that. Nothing long range cooking. So that's interesting. Nothing solid. You're going to see a lot of people posting stuff, but I think we've learned this year we don't want to go chasing ghost storms until we actually have something solid, right? And I'm going to find a post here. I'm going to find a post. We were tracking these systems a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And the season sets the theme early. In August, we started seeing cold fronts come down, and they lingered. Remember? How many times do you see me say a post, lingering front, lingering front, lingering front, lingering front? Fronts on the East Coast prevent any Bermuda high, prevent any system from curving towards the Caribbean, towards the Gulf, towards Florida, towards the East Coast. Irma, that was a year of high pressure. And the models said it was going to miss Florida, be a fish storm. High pressure built back in. That was the year of the high pressure. Ian was the year of the low pressure and fronts. Fronts were starting to sneak into the picture when Ian was around. Guess what? Front came in, lifted, and turned. So this year has been the story of fronts, like a force field, and everything has curved. Humberto or not, I still think Imelda would have curved because this front is lingering off the Carolina coast right now. But there you have it. Nobody got it right. Now there's people arguing what model was right, and I guarantee almost every model showed it right once, and every model probably showed it wrong once. Okay, when a state of emergency is declared from the government, they took it serious. I mean, I see Mets bashing people for using models now. That's why we don't use models, because things can change. Well, those same models are what made states make a state of emergency. So just admit it. Everybody was wrong, including me. Well, the tools that we use, maybe there should have been a little bit more gut, but you can't go against a vast majority of models. So, there you go. You like the helmets? Uh-oh. YouTube's stuck here. Let's see. Oh, there's another. Oh, he only does these half. He does look like a Rottweiler, Robert. I don't know what he is. But he's a. His parents were. The litter was all. But him. Robert, yeah, he is. So what else is cooking before we say goodbye? Where's it going? Going towards Bermuda. We might have a hurricane-free year. Cali Euro, maybe. Cassette tape. What's that? Oh, heck yeah! Like an 8-track. Remember you used to put the pencils in the tapes? Remember the cassette tape? How many of you are old enough to remember cassette tapes? Well, you just gotta look at all possibilities. And I can tell you, every live that we did, the KMA and the UK and the Icon and the Canadian all predicted this. You remember that? So Fujiwara effect, we'll see what the official word is. They're definitely influencing each other. This is the lower level wind map. Unbelievable. Upper level outflows reaching around. I mean, that's crazy. And Humberto looks very unhealthy right now, if you really talk about it. There are stuff. So somebody just asked about stuff in the Caribbean Gulf. Yes, listen, there's models. There's always models spitting out a run here and there, okay? This time of year, the models know that this is the time of the year things are busy in the Caribbean Gulf, so they sniff out things, but there's really not a lot of confidence. Now, it could change, but until it does change, you don't guess, and there's just not enough, in my opinion, support. That's why I put the 10 to 15-day ensembles out there. They do tell you a lot. It really starts to hone in on areas that are showing more support, There are a couple signs of another wave coming across from Africa. I'll talk about here in a little bit. So that's that. Let's look at some other stuff I got ready to go for y'all. Here's a radar. This is always interesting. This is the current rotation. You can start to see the whole coastal region is feeling rain bands. Now, in my opinion, all this up here north of Imelda is leftover frontal line from the weekend. It's definitely not all Imelda. It's pushing that front line up into the Carolinas still. Carolina's still feeling rain. But a little bit, it's not all Imelda. A lot of it's leftover frontal line from this weekend. But we're still getting those north winds. You get any north winds last night on the East Coast from Jacksonville southbound? You probably got some north winds or north rains because this thing rotated down. And if this is current, and you're still getting some spitting rains over there from the coastline. But that's all. Here, what is look on the big satellite. If you're curious where they're at, there you go. They're both going eastbound. Eastbound and down. Everybody's safe. Who just said that? Man, I got to do a video if everybody's still worried. I did not get my trip, Javier. My flight got canceled this morning. That's strike 2 on me going to Bermuda. My 69 Mustang still got an 8-track. I got to wiggle it just right. I got an old match stick. What do they call them? Matchsticks? Remember the old Camels? So I bought one on eBay, an old Camel, and I jam it under there. And I twist that 8-track and I turn it, and I'm like, the whole time I drive it, I find a spot, and it's like I got Freebird in there, and it's like, if I leave here. Then halfway through my ride, it starts going, so I wiggle it some more. And then it works, and I'm like, yeah! And I'm like, back to driving. All right. Matchbook. What the hell am I thinking? Matchbook. Oh. I had another contact over there in Bermuda that said, "Are you coming?" I'm like, no, I can't fly in. Help me. All right, let's get into it. What's cooking? Here is, last thing I wanted to mention. We had somebody reach out and email me today about the Margaritaville. So we do have a cruise, 5th annual cruise. 5 years we've been doing a cruise together. I know half of y'all go on cruises all the time. Our favorite ship is the Margaritaville at Sea out of Tampa. And we have next year's already planned 5-night. We've already got over half the cabins booked. Would love to have you. Some people, it never fails me. We'll have 100 people on the cruise, and 300 are on the cruise that didn't know about the cruise. They're like, we wish we would have known. So June the 6th, call Kim. It's an incredible deal. $700 a person for 5 nights. How can you? That's $1,389 for 2 people. That's 5 nights. Food, entertainment, and a bed. We have a lot of activities, though. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of fun stuff. This year we got a trolley ride exclusive to us through Key West, so we can bar hop. There you go. All right, so there's 2 hurricanes out there. Never see those 2 that close together, but it is officially a hurricane now, Imelda and Humberto. I put this out there this morning. That's just kind of same gravity, but that's stuff I share online. But it is sloppy. That water vapor loop for Humberto is terrible. It went from like Cat 5 a couple days ago to Cat 4 yesterday. So I don't know what's going on. It doesn't look like much. Definitely getting disruption from Imelda. So we got basically a big blob of 2 hurricanes joining forces. Track for Humberto, there you go. No warnings or watches up for Bermuda today, but the reason all of our flights got canceled is, guess what? They can't fly over a hurricane. They would be not very safe. So the flights from Canada are coming down because they're coming around this way. Canada flights are good. They're like, there's nothing out of Miami. Miami goes to Charlotte this way. Bummer. Here's this track we're going to worry about the most. Imelda, smack dab in the middle here tomorrow evening is Bermuda, so they're going to get a hurricane more than likely. They're ready for it. That's what the satellite looks like. It's pretty decent, actually. It definitely stole the show. We got a big naked swirl almost for Humberto. Wow. That's really falling apart fast. I mean, there's a little more convection, but still not that great looking. But anyway, there's Imelda looking pretty darn organized. Not the best looking hurricane, but there you go. So you wonder why it's a little crisp and cool out there? What about South Carolina, DJ? Nothing. It's turned. Nothing to be worried about. You got the rain you're getting now in South Carolina. It's going to be gone pretty soon. Nothing more than a random shower. Cindy, there's really no new spots, but yeah, we're going to talk about it. There's nothing solid out there. Okay, there's a lot of posts out there looking for the next thing, but there's really nothing solid. Until there is, I'm not going to do that because it really gets exhausting for everybody, including me. So until we really see something solid, I'll start reporting on it. I think I see a lot of posts looking for that next thing, and then it doesn't happen, and people are even more exhausted. So this, if you're wondering why it's cool and crisp across the southeast today, for most of you, tropical systems spin clockwise or counterclockwise, and as they do, they pull down air from the north, dry air, cool air. And guess what? Comes straight down that peninsula, and it feels nice this morning. It's still hot during the day, But my dad talked about this the other day. He's like, he always knew the first 60-degree mornings usually were from a hurricane passing by. Because once a hurricane passed by, it would rotate down cooler, dry air. And how many times do you remember, how many of y'all remember hurricanes? When hurricanes pass, it's the most beautiful blue sky, usually for a few days. You know, it's unfortunate destruction, but at least it's cool and crisp because it usually brings down a front line. Cool, dry air falls in, and, you know, there you go. So if it's only positive out of a storm, usually it's a little cooler and crisper afterwards. One more of that. There you go. That's what it looks like. All right, enough of that. Here's a track. Just to show you how close it is. I mean, that's the center line. They rarely get hurricanes. Rarely. I think I said there's like 11 since 1900s or something. So it's supposed to be 90 miles an hour on approach. It's supposed to be 100 miles an hour just past. So it's going to be strengthening at the time it goes by. So in the evening, and unfortunately, it's going to be dark out. Probably right when the sun goes down, we'll start to get some big outer bands. Right here, this marker here is 2 p.m. So 1 p.m. your all's time, I think. So it might be still dusk tomorrow night. There you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm sure y'all are bouncing down the hatches. That's about as close as we can get. Yeah, it was bad. Bad timing on the site, Javier, but it was a good lesson. Cooler in Melbourne. There you go. That dry air. I'll do a little TikTok video, which I share everywhere after this. Apparently, a lot of folks still think they have a storm coming. That's number one thing that stands out from Hurricane Michael back in the day, and I still heard it this year at the Gulf Coast Jam. There's so many folks up there. And Gulf Coast Jam is put on by my good friends Mark and Rindy, but it's in Panama City Beach, and they invite us every year, which is awesome. But locals up there, we always share stories from Michael, and so many of them tell me the same thing, that when the first forecast came out, tropical storm, a lot of them just turned off the news. You go about your life. You know, not everybody's addicted to weather like a lot of us are, and they just turn the channel and do their thing. Next thing you know, they go to bed as a 2 or 3, they wake up to a 5, and they're like, oh my God, where did this come from? So, 2-3 days ago, they're supposed to be here, hurricane possibly going to Carolinas, Georgia. And I still got people asking me about that. So, Richard, yeah, I don't know who's absorbing who, but right now it looks like they're kind of into each other. All right, so long range looking, when I was talking about all these different areas that are being shared across the internet, there are some subtle signs that we could see a wave coming on off. These are 10 days from now. So if we were to get some sort of a wave off of Africa in 10 days from now, it's be somewhere here. Now notice this curve. We talk about how the season sets up patterns early. This curve, Caribbean is absolutely just breathing a sigh of relief here because they have not really had anything this year, even inch close, even on the models. So 10 days from now, like October 9th, is where we could see a wave. And maybe it's going to curve. So this is probably what's being hyped out there. That's so far away. Anything can happen. That spread means it could just be another spinner in the middle Atlantic. Other areas, always, this is the year up top. Always, when I say no more, no less than last week, that's the truth. No more, no less. We've had signals in the Caribbean and Gulf, but nothing is showing up. So I'm not going to dissect things that aren't there. It's just, until they are, we just know historically this is where we watch. And that's about it. That's better than any model in the planet. Okay? I think we got one more pulse here, the MJO coming in through middle part of October. So, just historically, you look there. Water temp's plenty hot. But again, I think the best advice that I've learned over the years is just until there's actually something, there, then we just wait. But see the GFS sniffing out the CAG, Central American Gyre, definitely big this time of year. A lot of this could be historical models just saying, hey, there might be something because there usually is something. So, but we're going to do a quick scan of all the models here in a second just to show you. But again, notice how the ensembles on the GFS aren't even showing Imelda as a hurricane. But But you get, when I say consistency, this is consistency right here. This whole Humberto and Imelda. All right, so that's that. I don't even know why I had this up here. Nah, there you go. That was this morning's post. All right, so let's look at ensembles, 15-day ensembles. We're going to use Weather Nerds and look out 10 days. And basically, we're looking for, there was a low in the Gulf yesterday that drifted south. It was no convection with it, all dry air. It's showing a little bit of something there. Oh, that's a euro, too. What's up with that? That's interesting. What the hell's going on there? Not a lot, but... a lot of really nothing, actually. Little low pressure areas. All right, but here's that wave that, showing up on some October 9th. Couple down the BOC popping. There was some yesterday popping through the Yucatan, but hooking back down into Mexico. I don't know. We'll digest this little area here, but I think a lot of that could be left over frontal line. There was some signs over the weekend that this low is going to back up, but these are very weak low pressure areas. These are the thing that's tricky with spaghetti models like this. These are low pressure centers. They're not actual storms. So when you see 1009, 1010, you can't get too worked up because this front is going to back up and could be some rain up there towards the upper Gulf this week as this swings around. And we'll look at that pattern that was there yesterday. But what we're looking for here is clusters in the Caribbean. Anything coming off, but the euro don't buy any sort of GFS idea. All right, so let's look at the GFS and see. It's not showing that low at all. A couple lines there, a couple pulling up here. Sunday the 5th. My daughter wants to know if it's going to rain today. And there's all these coming up. This is the 9th. So same thing. Somewhere around the 9th. Maybe something coming up out of the Caribbean. Everybody's loving the new Google ensembles. I have not yet 100% sold on them early in the game. Here's the Google DeepMind ensembles showing you this wave coming off the 6, maybe a low there. A few ensembles pulling up. This is the 9th. So this is probably the best signature, anything coming off. But look, we're already starting to see some curve. And there's just not enough yet to go talking about anything in the Caribbean yet. But this is probably the best chance of anything showing up consistently on the models is another wave. So I don't know. Not worried about anything. Okay, let's take a look at the GFS. It's been spitting out some random storms. Here's what I was talking about this weekend. All right, so check this out. So as Imelda pulls away, this line right here pivots back up, and we get a juice in the Gulf this end of the weekend. That's showing up pretty consistently. And you can see it right here on Friday night, Saturday morning. Weak low, but definitely if you got upper Gulf plans, even Florida a little bit. You can kind of see it do it. Here's that spot. It's been showing around the 5th through the Yucatan. Doesn't do anything with it. Here's that spot around the 9th and 10th. And it curves it away. We're not going to go out to that far yet. But very, 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 very consistent pattern here. This is the 00Z. Front backs up. This is Saturday morning. Puts a little upper Gulf juice up there. Maybe a little something low down here in the 7th. We're watching over here. And it spins something up way over here on the 00Z. Maybe a little wave down the islands on the 9th. And then it turns. It's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. There could be something approaching the islands around the 8th and 9th. That's about the only given right now that I see. Weekend juice. Let's look at the euro. Now she's in the chat. I don't know. She's blocked me, so I don't see her. Hello, Emily. What do I think the keys will get? From what? Nothing. Here, Emily, go up to this little top box, type Winter Garden. Where'd she live? Winter Garden?
Winter Park.
Oh. Ooh, not secure. Oh, that's not good. Winter Park. Why isn't it secure? So today, 40% chance of showers. Very low chance of rain, Emily. Or go to your, let's go to HRRR here, and you're going to get a random passing. Hey, it's awesome. If it does rain, Emily, it'll be a quick-moving tropical downpour that lasts about 5 minutes, and then there'll be sunshine right after it. It'll be coming from your north. There'll be sunshine, rain, sunshine. I just wanted to back up. I don't want to be wrong. But I already knew that. I already talked about it. You should sign on earlier.
What's the point of having a weatherman for a father if you can't just tell her?
Well, I didn't want to be wrong, so I wanted to double check. Make sure there wasn't a sea breeze or something. What's up, Rivera Rasta? You probably got beautiful weather down the Keys today. Got all this dry air flying in. All right, so long range looking. Let's look at the euro. Here's that front backing up this weekend. Here's Thursday. Kind of drifts back up north for the weekend. You can again kind of see the juice lingering from that old front. That's 6Z, 00Z. There's a weekend of rains. I mean, this thing, look, it's going to wrap back up around again. It could bring a little bit more to the Carolina. This is mixed with next week, but nothing on the euro in the tropics. We go to the 9th, maybe a wave. This is nothing to make up right now. Canadian, let's take a look at Canadian. There's that line backing up this weekend. Maybe a little spinner down here in the 5th and 6th. Kind of goes back down into Mexico. See that? Nothing in the Caribbean. Icon. I don't see anything. Anything. Doesn't mean it won't change. Let's look at global percentages here. Probably not going to show anything in the Caribbean. Let's look at tropical storm. There's that little bit. It's interesting. What is it seeing? Man, I thought we were going to be done today. I got to examine that. Here's the 9th and 10th. There's that little spot curving right now. This is that wave that's pretty healthy. The problem is a lot of these are ensemble based leftovers. Well, this is what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to go through all the ways that I look at areas. We look here. Don't see anything. Well, actually, we do on that. See? That's a Navy model, but still, we're looking at something down there down the road. Let's look at ensemble clusters here on tropical tidbits. We go southeast a little better. No. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. All right, we'll do this then. We'll do. Whoops. Sorry. Okay. Let's see what we got here. No, it's actually a new low. Huh. Interesting. What's it getting its juice from, though? Well, oh, I guess we'll see if the Google AI is sniffing it. Nothing. Couple. That's the 8th. Huh. It's weird to see the euro picking up juice there. Like it's doing. That's odd. Let's oh, look at one more thing here. I guess it's part of that whole front thing. That's what it is. Duh. Dumb me. See, this is what I do. Now I know with confidence where it's at. It's all connected to this weekend front. Well, that now it looks silly, stupid. But now I'm not. It's leaving behind that frontal juice, and it's kind of showing double vorticities there. But this is what GFS was. This is the fit. This is this weekend. So, wow. Wouldn't have any time to develop, maybe, but homegrown little sneaky action. Bobby, you watching? This is not JetBlue. So I guess we can kind of casually keep an eye on this little weird setup. Frontal line backs up. Definitely have frontal lines backing up. It's been hinting this little spin up in the Gulf. Oh gosh, now the question, do you make a post about it? So what's interesting, it's like all this juice here is going to end up, you can start to see it coming right here. If you look at upper level winds, there's your flow here. It's actually gonna, because we got a hide over there, so it's actually gonna feed that juice this way. Be something to watch in the 12Z hour. The NAC didn't mention it. 7 days from now would be next Tuesday, so I guess I'll wait for the 12Z. I don't want to post it, get everybody worked up. But no doubt the rains are going to be up this weekend for the upper Gulf, maybe even Florida. That's a pattern we saw yesterday. We can look at the blend here, I guess, and see that. What?
Rachel said the airport's coming in the coast.
What happened?
The airport.
What happened? Oh, that's a joke. Tampa Airport responded to me. Phoebe's coming. That's their big pink flamingo to fly me to Bermuda. Well, at least it's good to know Tampa Airport follows me. They're sending Phoebe to fly me to Bermuda. Phoebe. You know I mess up names. So you see that general flow pattern? So this is definitely worth talking about. East Coast. Hey Shelly, look at that. Big red over you. Upper Gulf. So this casually keep that in the back of your mind. This could be a sneaky little area. Okay, I'm gonna make a post about it. Damn it. Wow. There's 2. Look at that. That's leftovers. Leftovers are definitely coming. I have to talk about the leftovers. Imelda does look a lot better today, and definitely Bermuda does not. Accumulated precipitation. Heck yeah. I love doing these daily brews, man. It's like me thinking out loud. This is through, make sure I'm on the right week here. October, this is through Sunday. So East Coast again and Upper Gulf. That's not counting rains today. So definitely coastal rains. Marky Mark, do you know anybody with a private jet over there would fly over and get me? I will pay, and I could find a flight home. Javier, it's not really leftover, but if you follow the flow pattern of when Huberto and Imelda kind of merge, they're leaving behind old frontal line juice. It's going to get pushed up towards the southeast, and actually a few of the Euro ensembles are trying to develop it. Leftovers, Robin, good question, but it's pretty much end of the week. This is Friday morning, a little bit Thursday, but here's Friday morning through Friday morning. So yeah, a little bit more Thursday. So pretty much increased rain for the east side, up in the upper Gulf's more this weekend. That we talked about that yesterday a lot. I didn't really look at the ensembles, but here's what's tricky on these ensembles. Not that they're ever right, but sometimes they are. Get a couple little L's popping up down here. Remember I said I wanted to figure out where the source was? I mean, there's not a lot. Maybe I shouldn't post that. There's not a lot. There's a couple. But a couple. But bottom line, couple ensembles are showing 60, couple. We're looking over here and then over here. Very small chance. But the blend of models is not. This is also what's a little tricky. When you go to Tropical Storm, there's actually not a lot, but some. Purple, 10%. Good enough for a post. Hey, Bobby. I like leftovers. Yeah, I might have contacts there, but if it was like Puerto Rico, I don't know if Bermuda would let us fly in there or not if they're under a hurricane. I don't know. Space Coast getting wet again. Yeah, there's a couple things to post about. I could parachute, Javier. Yep. Oh, this wasn't meant to be. How about that? Got Halloween to put up. Had my doctor's appointment yesterday. I couldn't put that off any longer. How many other kids do this? They don't text good morning. They don't text, hey Dad, how's it going? Is it going to rain today? I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Nice to hear from you too. Tommy, do you know anybody with a private jet? Come get me. One way. All right. Well, we did a good little live today. Nancy, it's cool. All right. And I was excited too because I was going to be there right now. I was going to do the Daily Brew tomorrow on Wednesday because I have satellite. I got Starlink for my backpack now. And then the storm. And then Friday I was going to do a daily brew and then fly home like you wouldn't hardly miss me. The runway's open, but I got to get there. Hey, yesterday we did the OSR post, by the way, and of course you get the normal spammers that say email me. First off, that's not my, you should know it's not me. And secondly, in the description I said I'm only going to put the winner here in this post. And I looked at some of these responses and you could tell they're scammers. They're not my page. So we'll announce the winner in the post, the actual post that I made the announcement. Oh, anything else? Got a couple posts I want to make now. First, I got to do my video. That's right, Stephanie. How about, hey, Dad? You only do that when you get old, I guess. All right, well, we're going to go hang out in the Brew Crew for a little bit. We'll be live tomorrow, apparently, unless somebody miraculously gets a hold of me and I can go to Tampa and fly to Bermuda. I had a house lined up, a car lined up. News guy messaged me, wanted me to come to the studio and hang out and do a report there tonight. Strike two. No hurricane. Tampa Bay boy, no hurricane coming to Florida, bud. Nothing's coming to Florida. Now, there's a little something sneaky this weekend we might be watching, but nothing's official. So, no stress. Rain, Emmy Anderson, and the areas hit by Helene. Well, whatever you're getting now, it's going to... let's take a look at that, by the way. That's a good question, because if some of this energy backs up, heads that way... let's take a look at that. I don't know if it's significant enough yet to stress about. 10-day rains? Nah, there you go. 10-day rains. 10-day rains. Coastal. A lot of coastal rains in the next 10 days. And this is crazy. Frontal line backs up. One thing about the tropics you need to know, you don't ever turn your back on them. Sometimes these long-range ones always fizzle. It's the ones that are close to home, homegrown systems kind of pop up out of nowhere sometimes. So that's all. Until they do, they do. Until they don't, they don't. No reason to stress when you're trying to reason with hurricane season. I was always a day late. I know. I should have listened to Julie and Emily and Sarah. Nobody else mentioned to go earlier, right, Shelley? There's our other Shelley down in the Keys. What's cooking down there? We're going to be stopping there on our cruise next June. Bar hopping with MWP. Maybe we'll get a special shirt made just for the bar hopping. All right, I'm going to sign off. I got a lot to do. I want to go hang up Halloween, but I'm going to do some posts first. So have a great day, everybody. If you're in Bermuda, be safe. Batten down the hatches. You've been through this before. Hopefully it's not anything stronger than a strong Cat 1 passing by fast. It'll be moving fast. That's good news. So there you go. Things go downhill starting probably late tonight, early tomorrow. And we'll be live tomorrow. Okay, same time, same place.